Hi, and welcome back to Bean Talk. As Benji's having a course right now and is doing a cupping, we thought it would be a good idea to document it and show you what a cupping looks like. And yeah, have a look. Okay, so first off, the coffees had to be ground. And everybody could take turns to smell on the dry ground coffee. And what's now happening is Benji is going to pour water on top. And yeah, let's see how the coffee changes from the smell. And then after waiting a little bit, we can try them, of course, and taste them. Now after 4 minutes, we can break the crust of the coffee and yeah, kind of now all the flavors and smells kind of get released. So now after breaking the crust, it's time to kind of get rid of it. Otherwise, you would sip all the big particles, which is not too nice of a mouthfeel, but yeah, that's why we just kind of scoop it off. So Benji, now as the cupping is ongoing in the background there, what is the reason for cupping coffee? Why do we try coffee in this form?
Okay, so mainly the reason is because to check the quality, right? Okay. So as a roaster, you want to be sure that the quality of your batches are the same and that you're doing right. Yeah. So in my opinion, you should cup at least a week. For example, as a green buyer or as a barista, yeah, you can also cup to check the quality to see where the journey is going. Yeah. Because if you're a barista and you have a coffee shop, and you maybe want to use a new coffee, it's a possibility to make just a cupping, because then you have the coffee and water and you get an idea of how the coffee will taste.
Okay, so why would you do it like this and just take the ground coffee and pour water on top, rather compared to, I don't know, like brewing a V60?
So in a V60 you have a lot of variables, right? You have the filter paper, you have the technique. In a cupping it's very easy because you just have the coffee and hot water and you don't have any pressure, you don't have any technical issues. So it's the cleanest and most repeatable way to taste coffee.
Alright, I see. And yeah, so it's actually quite cool to talk to Benji about it, because Benji, you're a Q grader. Yes. Which is a very special kind of certificate, let's say.
Basically, it's a sensory education, right? So you have to do a sensory course, and there are a lot of exams that you have to pass, and it's a very, very tough sensory experience, and it was kind of life-changing.
Yeah. I can imagine. And so now use a Q grader. How do you evaluate coffee? I mean, it's, for me, for example, it's difficult to say, okay, objectively, this coffee has this many points or is that good. How do you do that?
So it's not that easy. Yeah. It's always depending on for whom you are doing it. So if you are if you make a grading cupping, then you have 5 cups of the same coffee and you have certain rules, certain regulations that you have to follow. Right? If I just drink a coffee at espresso or V60, there's no way to make a fair scoring, because you have those rules and you have those regulations. Yeah. And in the course, you learn how to give the points, and you learn how to evaluate the different flavors and qualities. Yeah. And you have to learn that, and that's very tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Also, you have to calibrate with the other cube graders.
That's also a big point because on a base level, coffee is tasting objectively, subjectively different for everyone. Yeah? And with enough training, you can find a way to see it objectively. So, for example, you have a lot of acids in coffee, and you can find a way to describe the quality of acid. For example, if you have a citric acid, is it a pleasant one or is it unpleasant? Does it fit good to the aftertaste and to the body of the coffee? It's a little bit complex, but yeah, it's very interesting.
Okay, great, thank you.
Welcome.
So, let's try some coffee, I guess.
Yes.
How was number 3 for you?
So basically, I got the picture in my head when I close my eyes and then open them back up. If I'm in the forest in maybe Colombia, like a high hill forest. So very much fruity, very pleasant acidity that's coating your mouth, but is not that stingy, like unpleasant acidity. Also very good berryness. Also some Steinobst. Stone fruit, thank you. But slightly toned down in the background, and you don't get much dark notes in this one. Maybe as like a base layer, but that doesn't come out. The more it cools down, the more the base layers come out, and the acidity. But overall, very good. My choice.
Yeah, thank you. How was number 1 for you?
Tastes like the granny. The granny.
So, how are the coffees? Do you have any favorites?
To be honest, not really, because for me it's kind of difficult to describe what I taste and to describe the differences. For me, those two were very similar, although this one was kind of more nuttier.
Okay.
And they were, I just smelled and tasted a lot of acid. And that's not my kind of coffee, but flavors are different.
Okay, so I think looking back and talking to everyone, we have a clear winner. It's a coffee that reminded Consti of the rainforest, as he said. Which is a coffee from Burundi, from Ben Carlson that we interviewed a couple of weeks ago. So you can definitely go and check that video out. And yeah, so it's a natural Ninga from Burundi and roasted by La Cabra in Denmark. And so yeah, that was our cupping. I hope you enjoyed it. And you should definitely go and try it sometime, try it at home, or maybe you have a local cafe that offers public cuppings. It's quite a cool experience to try coffee in this form. Yeah, that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next time. Bye. All right, if you enjoy our videos, please do us a favor and hit the like and subscribe button. And also maybe if you have some ideas for future videos or topics that we could do in our show, just put it down in the comments and let us know. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.